To say this simple tomato and mozzarella pasta will change your life is somewhat of understatement. And because we're using, and I trust fully you will too, this easy homemade whole egg pasta we made a few days ago, it automatically makes pasta great again. But when no one's looking, you can of course, with a certain degree of guilt and a touch of disappointment from me, use store-bought pasta. Your life, your choice. If you decide to make your own pasta, which is the correct choice of course, you can watch that video for in-depth detail and also a vegan option. Or in short, dump 250 grams or 2 cups of flour onto a table. Crack in 3 whisked eggs and 3 grams or half a teaspoon of salt. Bring it all together into a smooth bowl. Rest it covered for 30 minutes, then roll it out using either a rolling pin and your big biceps or a pasta roller. Once that's sorted, you finally slice, chop or crush 5 medium garlic cloves. Set it aside for now, while you carefully line up 125 grams or 1 cup sweet cherry tomatoes. Bottoms all facing the, bottom. Then slice them in half straight down. We need another cup or 125 grams kept whole, because that's the way it goes with this pasta dish. Heat a quarter cup or 50 grams of olive oil in a pan, then add the cut as well as the whole tomatoes to the pan. The sliced garlic goes in with it, as well as 6 grams or a teaspoon of salt. Cook this on medium until the whole tomatoes start to burst and soften. Once they burst, gently press them down to release some, but not all, of their juices. If your tomatoes are on the less juicy-loosey side, add a touch of water or chicken stock to make it vegan. As tomatoes cook, they lose their natural sweetness, and we fix that by adding 6 grams or 1 teaspoon of sugar. If your diet allows it, you can also add a nice fat knob of butter at this stage. But today we keep things light and somewhat healthier. Once you have yourself a beautifully rich and marvelously delicious tomato concoction, set it aside but not too far away, while we cook the pasta. Bring a pot of well-salted water to the boil and add your hopefully homemade pasta. Make sure all the strands are separate. We use about half the recipe's worth of fresh pasta, or 100 to 150 grams of dried pasta. Enough to feed 2, but not to sink the Titanic. Boil for 1.5 minutes if using fresh pasta, or 6 to 8 minutes or whatever it says on the box if unfortunately using dried store-bought pasta. In that time, you finely, but not too finely, chop 6 grams or 1 tablespoon of flat leaf parsley. You can also use basil or both, or neither if you're funny about herbs. If using basil, simply torn, not chopped. Move that closer to the tomatoes, close enough so they can see each other, but not touch. Remove the pasta from the water once cooked. Then add it to the tomato sauce, followed by the chopped parsley. Give it a mix or toss, and add a splash of pasta cooking water if it needs it. And you didn't throw it away. Place the pasta into a hot plate for next level professional eating experience. And to show the entity on the other side of the table, you care about the small details. Tear a bowl of room temperature mozzarella into pieces. No one normal likes a fridge cold cheese. Randomly scatter it on top, but don't take all day. A final touch of good quality olive oil and the grinding of black pepper. And a little touch of basil seals the deal. Before you can confidently go live a happy life.